Hello and welcome to Aerolife Art. I'm Alex with Aerolife Art. I wanted to do a quick video talking about this watercolor journal. It's a Strathmore Visual Journal. It's 140 pound and 300 gram paper. This is Strathmore. And let's see, according to their website, this is under their 400 series. The reason I wanted to make this little video here is because we're going on a little trip at the end of the month, and I'm of course excited. So I'm getting all of my art supplies, ready. So I usually like to, after I order my drink, I will get my journal out and my watercolors and start painting. So this is something that I have not used yet. I bought it a while ago, and I've got other journals that I've been using. This is one that I'm currently using. It's the Paul Rubens. This is 100% cotton, and it is I believe it's hot pressed cotton, and so it's really good. I really like this journal. It's got some good stuff in there. The pages are real nice and thick and all that. This has been my first actual watercolor journal that I've worked with, and but it's been great, and I plan to get another one once I finish this one. So the thing is that it's it opens pretty wide, and so I want something a little more compact that that will fit on that plain tray. So I was thinking about this one. I don't usually go with the spiral, but again, trying to maximize my my space on that tray, and even whenever we're going about with our vacation, I want to have something a little more compact. I was thinking, what, I've had this for a while and I have not used it yet, so I decided I'm gonna paint something on here and to see how well it works with the travel. I may not, I may end up not taking it, but even if I don't, I'm still going to use it. And so I decided to take it out, basically a review, and also do a painting on it. And so for the review, this is cold pressed. It's got 44 pages, but the pages they're talking about is front and back, right? So you have this little sheet here, which you can either take it off, and it has some information on this type of, what's good for this, what mediums are good for this notebook here, which is really good because sometimes, it's watercolor, but sometimes if the tooth is good, it might be pretty good for pastels as well. So it doesn't say much else about it. It's got a really good, really thick cardboard cover. I don't know if you can see that there. It's I'm trying to bend it a little bit. It's and that's on both sides, and it's like a brown, with a little, I don't know what kind of print this is. Yeah, so you can either leave this on here, or you can just take it out and just have the brown. And that's on both sides, so it really keeps it from bending too much or anything. So the paper itself is really nice. Does not say anything about this being 100% cotton. So I'm checking it out. It doesn't say much on their website about it, just that it's good for acrylic, pen, ink, pencil, and marker as well. It's a heavyweight paper, excellent for watercolor and collage. And it's acid free. So that's always good. So the paper itself, again, it's 300 grams, so it's a pretty good size paper here. It's a kind of like an off-white, maybe a cream color. I don't know if you can tell. See, this is just a plain white paper here, but yeah, it's like a very light cream color. So what I've done so far is I got this Winsor & Newton. It's the Cotman Sketchers box. Here it's really compact. Here's the back here. You can see right here. And it's about the size of your hand. Easily fits in the pocket. Easily. So, but what I've done is I went and I took some of the colors out and I replaced them with others, some Daniel Smith colors that I prefer. And I like to take all the hues out. I think the only hue that I left was Viridian Hue right here. And then I've got, I changed out that real tiny little brush that they give you. This is the brush that they give you right here. Yeah, you can see that it's it's very tiny. It's like I don't even know on the scale. It's like a 1 or a 2. But yeah, it's very tiny. It's very compact. I'm sure it's a good brush, or maybe I don't know. I've never used them. I always take them out. And I added a. This is from my set of AIT art. I have 2. Yeah, number 2, 4, and 6, and maybe 8 in there too, I think. But this is the 4. I figured, and it fits perfectly right there. So again, I just got rid of this tiny little thing and just put that one in there. And this is a good brush right here. As a 4. I've used this many times out and about. And yeah, it's pretty good. You just put it in there and you've got your brush right there. So, and it's got a, right here, a little hole right there. That just helps with airing it out. And then you just got to be careful not to bend those, and then pop it in and drop it in like that. I went and made my swatch card here, and I laminated it with my trusty packing tape, but it shows the colors I have in here, and it's enough for, and I've got it nice and cut where it fits pretty neat in there. So what I do is I usually just pop it in there when I'm done, and then close it up, and I'm on my way. I've already drawn out the palette. I went to the very back, which I thought I did. Okay, here we go. So this is just what I sketched out earlier before this video. So I will start with that and go from there. Okay, so this is I'm using my silver black velvet number 4 brush. I know I've got my travel brush in there, but when I'm in the studio, I just like to use a full-size brush. This is I'm trying out this book, the Strathmore Visual Journal, 140-pound, 300-gram watercolor paper book. So I just wanted to see how this would turn out with colors, and so I got my shadows going in there. I've been using buff titanium for the box itself, even though it's white, but I just wanted to add some color in there so you can see it better, and to just get color on the page to really test it out. And so there I've got my shadows in there. I've been mixing buff titanium and Jane's Gray for those shadows. You can see the shadows, they can be kind of tricky depending on, again, here I was putting them in there while the paper was still wet, so you can see how they're kind of bleeding in the paper a little bit. So, but that's no problem. I can just do a little bit of lifting to bring those under control there. And so far the paper, it's not really buckling. I mean, it's a little bit of bending, but nothing like compared to other paper or even just watercolor pads. So here's Hands of Yellow Light with Daniel Smith, Quinacridone Rose with Daniel Smith. These are the ones that I substituted and added those in there. If they don't have the DS, then the rest are going to be Winsor and Newton. So here they are up there, all the colors. And again, I tried to make them really dark and opaque, really thick, because I wanted them to turn out how they look on the box itself. So that's why these are going to be really, really dark, really opaque. Um, but so far, like I said, the papers, turn out really well. It's behaving very well, and I'm very pleased about it. So here's some washes I put in there. I guess I got confused and started mixing it onto the paper over there before I realized what I was doing. So I moved it over to the actual box. I guess that's a good thing if it's that realistic, huh? But yeah, so I've got some good colors. I'm doing a swatch of all the colors there, and I'm going to list them out as well. Again, I just wanted to add some color down there, especially toward the edge. Again, to see how the paper behaves. This is the first time I used this book, um, so but so far I'm very pleased with it. I mean, it's a really good size. Again, if you like the spiral part, I mean, this I would totally recommend this book. Um, but so far it's looking pretty good. So there it is, and so here's a close up of the sheet itself. I really wanted you to be able to see. Um, as you can see, some of the paint is still a little bit wet, but not enough to where it dripped or anything. But I wanted you to see just how well the paper stood up. Again, there's not that much color on here, but and you can see in the middle over there in the back, see how there's little indentations, there's slight buckling there. But the rest of the paper itself, it turned out really well. So again, this isn't 100% cotton. This is regular standard paper out there, but it turned out really well, and I'm really pleased with it. So, so yeah, so there's that, and I've got my blueberries here to keep me company. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and if you have any comments, please list those down, and we can discuss that. Please subscribe if you like the video, and come back for more. Thank you.